And this is, in fact, a heart-wrenching and shameful incident that has come to light. A 7-year-old girl who went missing from Pudukkottai in Tamil Nadu was found dead. What's worse is that preliminary reports suggest that the girl was sexually assaulted. The minor, in fact, went missing from close to her house on the afternoon of the 30th of June, and her dead body was then found a day later without any clothes. One person has been arrested in the case, and the police are currently waiting for the autopsy report. Let me, in fact, go across to Pramod first, who's joining us. Pramod, this is obviously an extremely shameful, extremely horrifying incident here coming to light, but what do we know so far?
Well, it's an extremely shameful incident, just like you mentioned, and this particular girl, a 7-year-old, had just left her home on 30th of June, and she did not return. The relatives and family members claimed that they searched all across the place and they could not find her. And the most shocking part was that a day after, she was found near a water body next to a bush, and the child's clothes were torn, and it was completely heart-wrenching to find out that the child has been left over there for quite some time, and it was ants all over her face, biting her, and it's extremely gory picture on that area. And that was informed to the policemen, and the family members came over there to identify, and they just fell on the ground. And later, now after immediate investigation trying to find out what exactly has happened, police got a clue that a person was found holding the child's arm and walking towards that area. And because based on that, the police have arrested the actually a neighbor's son, a 25-year-old person. Right now, he was detained earlier and he's been questioned, and right now the person has also been arrested. The police also claim there are two more suspects in the case, and the police are trying to find out their whereabouts now.
Yes, absolutely, Pramod. In fact, let's get in some more perspective. Andrew Sesura, child rights activist, joins me as well. Thank you so much, Andrew, for joining us. Your first reaction to this horrifying incident that has come to light?
It was very unfortunate to learn such an incident happened, because recently also same in Pudukkottai we had a case reported already. And in this case, what amuses me was the girl went missing 3 days before, and then it took almost 3 days for identifying a child which was, lying in very close proximity to the house, not very far. But why it took 3 days for the police or for the others to take a look into the well or search the surroundings? So it is really unfortunate, because already the Supreme Court has many times have said that immediately on the receipt of child missing case, an immediate lookout has to be done. For example, in this COVID-19 lockdown situation, not much of vehicles are plying, so it is easy to identify within the vicinity of the child's family or in the locality. It was amusing me why it took 3 days for the police or for the family to identify this child. And the second thing is, yes, this lockdown and people staying back at home idle is really playing a very, very, very negative impact on the personalities and the behaviors of the people. And now access to pornography over the mobile phones, though there is a lot of restrictions, but with all the new technology, people are accessing it, and that leads to also this kind of crimes. I think we need to really look into how to stop these kind of vulgarity happening in the society.
Yes, absolutely, Andrew. And it two parts to this. One, of course, like you pointed out, as far as the Tamil Nadu police is concerned, a lot of questions are being raised. We've seen multiple instances of police brutality that have come to light. And of course, this is a case like you're pointing out. Why did it take 3 days for this actually to, for the investigation to go forward and for actually the identification to happen? But that's the other question. We're already talking about a time at this point where there is already heightened security, heightened police deployment in areas. There are not too many people on the roads, and still we're seeing this kind of a thing, and then it taking so much time to actually identify the person who has done it.
That's exactly my point also. For example, even the same happening with the health department also. Nothing was moving. Only COVID, only corona. Nothing else is moving. When you are sick, if it is for corona, you are treated. Otherwise, you are not treated. Similarly, the entire police, I do not know whether they are looking after only the lockdown, nothing else. It is really going to create a different kind of environment in the country if the police is just going to run behind the lockdown and the corona.
All right, Andrew, thank you so much for joining us with your views as far as this incident is concerned.